Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to report to the GBEP Steering Committee the events during the Philippine hosting of the 7th Bioenergy Week in Manila as part of the activities of the GBEP Working Group on Capacity Building for Sustainable Bioenergy. The event was held at the Philippine International Convention Center in Manila from June 24 to 27, 2019. We are very happy to report that the event was participated by around 250 participants. Today, on behalf of the Philippine government, it is a privilege to express our deepest gratitude to all the sponsors of the Manila event. To mention, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, the U.S. Grains Council, Novozymes, the Ethanol Producers Association of the Philippines, the Philippine Department of Energy, the Philippine Sugar Regulatory Administration, and the Philippine Department of Agriculture. We are so fortunate to have Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, who is the chairman of the Philippine Oversight Committee on Biofuels, as one of the keynote speakers. The event was also participated by various government officials from the Department of Energy, Agriculture, Trade and Industry, Board of Investments, Agrarian Reform, Labor and Employment, Science and Technology, Finance, Environment and Natural Resources, the Sugar Regulatory Administration, and the Coconut Authority. Also, the event was participated by the heads and technical staff from the various state and private universities and colleges of the Philippines. We are so delighted to see the presence and listen to the presentations of the GBEP partners and observers from Italy, Brazil, Japan, Spain, Argentina, Egypt, Thailand, Indonesia, India, Vietnam, IEA, IRENA, U.S. Grains Council, Novozymes, FAO, Asian Development Bank, GIZ, AFRIC, and the World Business Council on Sustainable Development. It is also an opportunity to gather the Philippine ethanol producers, the biodiesel producers, and biomass power generators, who are the major players on bioenergy development in the country. We also have invited several representatives from the local government units who in one way or another regulated and oversees the implementation of bioenergy projects on the ground. We also had a chance to conduct a press briefing. The media people were there and were able to stay all throughout the duration of the conference. The Philippine team, with the guidance of Michaela and Tiziana, was able to organize a series of events during the Bioenergy Week in Manila. The first one was the orientation on the GBEP sustainability indicators, participated by the technical working group members of the Philippine National Biofuel Board and representatives of the various state universities and colleges of the Philippines. Indeed, the activity provided the participants with a new learning experience on how the GSI was implemented by other countries and how it will provide an informed decisions for our policymakers on bioenergy development. We have organized a series of bilateral meetings and field tours during the Bioenergy Week in Manila. We were able to meet with the Brazil delegation together with the Philippine government representatives, the sugarcane farmers, the sugar millers, and the bioethanol producers. We conducted two bilateral meetings with the U.S. Grains Council, one of which was with the Philippine Ethanol Producers Association and the Philippine Corn Program. The other one was with the Philippine ethanol producers and representatives of the ASEAN countries. The members of the Technical Working Group of the National Biofuel Board involved on bioethanol development had the chance to meet with the Indian delegation together with the Executive Director of the Ethanol Producers Association of the Philippines and representatives of the University of the Philippines, Los Baños. The team discussed on how the Philippines crafted a policy on bioethanol and how the implementation moved forward towards the implementation of the 10% bioethanol mandate in the Philippines. Also, field tours were organized to the biodiesel, bioethanol, and biomass power generation facilities. It provided the participants with an insight on the actual level of bioenergy development in the Philippines. The Philippine hosting of the 7th GBEP Bioenergy Week in Manila paved the way to the possible implementation of the GBEP sustainability indicators in the Philippines. Of course, with the support of the GBEP partners and observers and the Philippine government. The event also opened up opportunities for knowledge sharing among the GBEP partners and observers with the ASEAN countries on bioenergy policies, lessons learned, and recent developments on bioenergy. It also served as window for technical cooperation between the GBEP partners and observers with Philippine bioenergy developers and farmers through the bilateral meetings. This technical cooperation has taken off already, with Brazil on varietal exchange specifically for sugarcane. And just recently, the U.S. Grains Council sponsored a delegation from the Philippines to participate in the Global Ethanol Summit held in Washington, D.C. Again, thank you very much to the GBEP family for the opportunity of allowing the Philippines to host the 7th GBEP Bioenergy Week in Manila. Indeed, it was a very successful one. My special thanks to Jerry Ostimer, our friend who supported us and assisted in finding the necessary fund for the event in Manila. To Michaela and Tiziana, who made their way to the Philippines and catalyzed the success of the event. To Connie and the rest of the GBEP Secretariat, thank you very much for all your support to the Philippine team. Thank you very much, everyone.